dear students, I am Mahendra Kumar Verma, Assistant Professor, Department of Information Technology, Acropolis Institute of Technology and Research, Indore. In today's video lecture, I will cover the concept of constructor, the concept of destructor, and we will also cover few types of constructor. So let us start with the very first program of the constructor. So before moving towards the constructor, I will explain how to make the class and how we can use the member functions. Then only we will convert the member function into the special function, that is constructor. So let us start. In this program, you can observe that I'm having two header files, that is iostream.h and conio.h. So I'm using iostream.h for the programming in the C++, and I'm using the conio.h so that I can use getch. In the main function, we will call the member functions of the class. So let us make the class first. I'm making the class. Suppose I'm taking class IT. Inside the class IT, I will take data members and member functions. So in the private section, I'm taking the data member as integer I, and in the public section I'm taking the member functions like void, get, as well as void show. So what these functions will do, let us observe this very carefully. So I'm taking again the next function, that is void show. So first of all, let me terminate this particular class over here with the symbol of terminator, that is semicolon also. So inside the get function, I'm just asking to enter the value of I. So I can write here enter value of I. So user can enter the value of I. Scene will store this particular value in the variable I. Now in the show function, I am simply incrementing the value of I, that is I plus plus by 1, and just displaying the value. I must say the updated value or the incremented value. So value after increment is, I can show the value of I with the variable I. Now the portion of class is almost complete here. Now I'm having the main function. Inside main function, I can create the object IT obj. So here the name of the class is IT and the name of object is obj. Now this particular object can call both the function like obj dot get as well as obj dot show. Now let me explain the whole control of the program. So programs control always start from main function. Inside main, you can observe that I'm having object obj. You can create the object by using any of the user defined name. I am using the obj. So obj is the user defined name of the object which belongs to the this particular class, that is IT. I have taken the name of class as IT. So IT obj is the very first line inside the main. I have already created the object obj. So now this particular object is capable to call the functions which are available inside the class. Remember, if I want to access any things which is available inside the scope of the class, can be accessed via only obj, that is the object. So object obj dot get is this particular line denotes that I'm calling the get function. So control will move now from this particular line to the class, and in the public section there is the definition of get function is available. Inside that we are having two statements, that is cout and scene. Cout statement is used to display any of the message or this statement. So I'm displaying this particular line over here, that is enter the value of I, and scene will store that particular value in the variable which is available in the private section. You cannot directly access the private members to the main function because they are private and they are hidden. Class is protecting the private data members of the class inside its scope. uh, in such a manner we can get the data encapsulation, as well as I can say I'm getting the data hiding. So after execution of this particular get function, the control will move towards the main function, and the next line is obj.show. I mean, this particular object is now calling to the show function. So again, the program's control will move to the show function. Here is the definition of the show function. Inside show function, I have incremented the value of I by 1. I plus plus always increment the value of the variable, such as I have taken the variable I, so its value will be incremented by 1. And the next line is the cout statement. In this particular cout statement, I have incremented the value, as well as I am showing that particular incremented value, or I can say I am showing the updated or the current value of I. In such a manner, this particular program will work. So let us try to run this particular program so that we can observe that whether I'm getting the proper output or not. So to compile and execute this particular program, I just need to click on the debug options, then I will click on the run. So you can observe that I'm getting the statement over here. The program is asking to enter the value of I. Suppose I'm entering the value of I as 5. So the output statement is the value after increment is 6. In this manner, this particular program is working without any error. Now let us go to the program back. In this program, you can observe that this is the scope of the class terminated by this particular semicolon, and another scope is available inside the main function. This is the scope of main function. Now you can see I am having two member functions available in the class, that is get and show. So these are the member functions of the class. I can say these are the member functions. Same way, this particular I is the data member, and both data and the function are the members of the class. Now I will convert this particular member function into the constructor. So let us learn how can we convert or construct a particular constructor. So if I take this particular member function's name as same of the class name, my class name is the IT. I'm just taking this particular change, and let us try to run this program, and we will observe what error I am getting over here. So you can see I'm getting some errors over here. You can observe that constructor cannot have a return type specification. By observing this particular error, you can observe that the compiler itself is showing the message that you have created the constructor, and also getting the error constructor cannot have a return type specification. And second error is get is not a member function of IT. So we will resolve both of these errors one by one. First of all, let us double click on the very first error, that is constructor cannot have a return type specification. While clicking this particular error, it will forward me to the line through which I'm getting the error. So you can observe that this particular get function is converted into the constructor because this is the special member function whose name is the same as the class name, and if the member function's name is the same as the class name, it will automatically become a constructor. So constructor is nothing but a special member function of a class whose name is the same as the class name. You can observe that I'm having the void before the this particular special member function, that is constructor. So just removing this particular white and again trying to run this program. Let us execute this. So again I'm having the error, but this time I'm not having two errors. I'm getting only the single error, that is get is not a member function of IT. Of course there is